Hey, everybody, good morning. You know how I have said repeatedly, if you pay attention to Oakland sports and Oakland sports economic development problem, or the Oakland economic development problem, and you watch Coliseum Joint Powers Authority meetings on Zoom or look at any of the videos that I posted, you know that during comment period, I have repeatedly mentioned, going back now 2 years, really more than that, for the need for an Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission, a revival of the Sports Commission, again and again and again and again and again. You also know that I'm the only person in Oakland's history to actually have successfully started an official sports commission to bring sports to Oakland. You'll say, what's a sports commission do? A sports commission is generally a nonprofit organization that has relationships with the facilities owners of the city. The city of Oakland, in this case, the Coliseum Joint Powers Authority, and the hotels with Convention and Visitors Bureau as well. Sometimes the Sports Commission started within a Convention and Visitors Bureau. At any rate, the idea is to form a list of 220 sports events that they can bid on, that the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission can bid on, okay, and land to host. I started the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission because really the NFL said we need to start something called the Super Bowl 39 bidding committee. And I looked around and I thought, you know what, this is back in 1999. I said, you know what, we need a true sports commission because we have all these facilities. We have the arena, we got the stadium, we have all of these different ballrooms, we have the Oakland airport, and the airport needs to be connected by transportation with the hotels and with the facilities for people who are visiting, who represent the, sports events we're trying to get, like a tennis tournament, or maybe we want to make our own tennis tournament, or volleyball, or NCAA or NCAA Elite Eight, which you have actually had before. And I can go on and on and on. That was the idea. And so Jerry Brown didn't take what I was doing seriously with the Super Bowl because he didn't think Oakland was going to land it. He didn't think we were going to get anywhere. Out of 11 cities, I got Oakland to, first of all, we were invited to give a special meeting to the Commissioner Tagliabue May 10th of 2000. We did. And out of that meeting in June, Oakland, Miami, and Jacksonville were named the finalists for the 2005 Super Bowl. And people in our city just lost their blank, okay, including Jerry. They couldn't believe it. Jay Bruner, who was the District 1 council member at the time, told me that they were actually betting that I wouldn't do this at all. She told me this September 16th of 2000 when I was walking through City Hall Plaza on the way to the food court down there, on the way to 111 on Broadway for lunch. And so I just blew me away that they actually never gave me any chance. And on top of not giving me any resources at all. All right. The thing that you do to somebody black, it's like, hey, we'll just put you out there. We won't give you the help you need, but we'll just put you out there and see if you can sink or swim. And then I swam. So guess what? I was informed by a person at the NFL, I will not name, that Jerry Brown was trying to move me out of the way, calling the NFL, having staffers call the NFL and asking the NFL questions that the NFL knows I already gave them the answers to, which means they didn't want to pay attention to me as the black guy that they didn't think could get it done. All right. So fast forward to today, and what do we have? We have Ray Bobbitt, African American Sports Entertainment Group, set to own the Coliseum in just a few months, short months. Okay. And then we've got now this sports group via the Oakland Ballers, which is white owned. And Casey is a spokesperson who's also white. And I'm saying this bluntly to put things where they lay because it has to stop looking that way. And these folks have to stop acting like this. All right. They know I've been out there talking about it. All they had to do is say, hey, we're putting this together. All they had to do is call Ray. They never call Ray Bobbitt or at all. They want to have their own little thing and they want to go out and do all of that and say, okay, we're going to do this our way and we're going to have this tailgate on Saturday. Anyone can come. That's not how you do things in this town if you want them to work, okay? It just isn't. We did it that way in the 60s, and yeah, it got us the A's, the Raiders, and the Warriors, but that was then. Now you need a broader coalition. You don't need to go out there and say, well, we can get it done. And yet, people don't pay attention. Doug Boxer tried it with the A's in April of 2010. He didn't do it. We had the Let's Go Oakland group in 2006. That didn't get it done. All right. You can't do things with these groups all the time because you like somebody. You have to work with people you don't like to get something done, Casey. All right. And everybody else. It's not a matter of spreading, oh, I'm going to go around and spread positivity, as he's accusing me of basically saying that, I'm going to spread negativity by telling this story. It's just about getting something done. All right. This isn't about positivity, which if you think of isn't, I don't know where that came from. My point is, it's about forming a process to build an organization that actually brings more sports to Oakland for more jobs. All right. I think that's kind of like the press release that Casey was putting out. Of course it is. Okay. This is absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And what I wrote in the text below is I wrote, the Oakland Sports Group is an organization in formation, but headed down the wrong path. Those who pay attention to the matter of Oakland's need for a sports commission note two things. In 1999, I single-handedly started the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission, a nonprofit organization I created that came out of a need to meet the NFL bid requirements so Oakland could host the 2004-2005 Super Bowl game. How that happened is a long story, but I did it the right way. I worked to make it an official, talking about the Sports Commission, a nationally recognized sports commission, and I sought the advice of Dean Munro. Dean Munro at the time started the San Jose Sports Commission, now called the San Jose Sports Authority, one of the actually first sports commissions of its kind anywhere. Long story short, I got the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission to be officially certified as a nationally recognized sports commission. That's a big deal because it's a signal to the nation and sports rights holders that Oakland was ready to host most of the over 200 sports events cities can bid on to get. That can translate to crowd drawing, money-making sports events on television played in Oakland. That's sports economic development, folks. The reason the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission did not last was because then Oakland Mayor Jerry Brown was upset that I accused him of racism and trying to get rid of me, as others predicted he would do. Jerry did not think my effort to land the 2005 Super Bowl for Oakland was going anywhere. Then we were named a finalist city in June of 2000 with Miami and Jacksonville. Rather than work to make sure I got the monetary resources needed, Jerry worked behind my back to replace me, or try to. I know this because the NFL source that I will not name told me what Jerry did was the realization of what others said was going to happen to me, that someone in Oakland believed that someone white should be in charge of what I was doing. Fast forward to today, I've spent a considerable amount of time saying we need a sports commission. I have repeatedly said it at Oakland Coliseum JPA meetings. Why? Because Oakland has a number of sports facilities that need events rights holders to use, and the best way to get everything from tennis tournaments to volleyball championships and NFL and MLB and NBA events is to have a sports commission that brings Oakland places and businesses together with a sports events rights holder to make the sports industry grow. So I get this email about the Oakland Sports Group, and it's a press release that says, today, a collection of lifelong Oakland-based entrepreneurs launched the Oakland Sports Group, a new advocacy endeavor indicated, they didn't say nonprofit corporation, indicated to celebrating and strengthening Oakland's rich and diverse sports culture. OSG's immediate mission is to support the championship legacy of Oakland's athletic history by featuring its current sports landscape and venues with a long-term goal of attracting new opportunities for world-class experiences to Oakland. That's a long-winded way of saying we think it's like a sports commission. We don't want to use that term because we know Zennie has been out there talking about it. We don't want to deal with Zennie. That's stupid, okay? Like I'm someone you got to deal with, as opposed to say, hey, Zennie, you did this. We need some advice. Hey, no problem, okay? Anyway, the press release goes, Oakland is a city of champions and will always be a sports town, said Casey Pratt, OSG spokesperson. With the Oakland Sports Group, we're bringing together the key stakeholders, culture change makers, and influencers who are committed to the town. We welcome anyone who loves Oakland as much as we do to join us as we continue to deliver championships, community gathering opportunities, and a chance to create new memories together. Then it goes on to say this. And so anyway, I will say again that and Casey writes, OSG believes that sports have a transformational impact by creating culture, building community, and offering sustainable economic development opportunities for all. Yay. I was disappointed in Casey, I write here, and I'll say again, who I regarded as a friend. He did not reach out or have the people that they're working with reach out for advice to me. And so I told him so. Instead, he shoots back and goes, oh, so it's all about you. Seriously? Okay. Seriously? So he has an issue that I'm talking about something that I did that could actually have helped them. Think about that, folks, because that's what he wrote. That's what you wrote, Casey. Okay. So it's typically Oakland. This is also Oakland. For one group to think it has the answer and not seek others who are in Oakland and love Oakland, have a history with Oakland. Casey doesn't have a history with Oakland beyond working for Shane. Okay. It's why we do not have a new Major League Baseball park, NFL stadium, or NBA arena. And if you go back in our history, those private groups that got us the Raiders, the A's, and the Warriors did so that way. But today you need a larger group that's not insular. You can't just say, me, 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 me. The Oakland Sports Group is insular. I don't see any mention of any intent for it to be a true sports commission. Meanwhile, I talked about the Coliseum JPA forming a sports commission many times. And others like Ray Bobbitt formed the African American Sports Entertainment Group. And now he owns the Coliseum. So do we now have this set of different groups, different colors too, by the way. White over here, Oakland Sports Group. Black over there, Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission. Black over there, African American Sports Entertainment Group, because the Oakland Sports Group only talked to its mostly white members. And I got after Casey about the problem because it's born of a certain racism that's got to stop so Oakland can move forward. Casey, you live in Danville, by the way. Okay. That racism says, well, I don't think a black person can get it done, so I'm going to form my own group. Forgetting that the black person that did get it done, in this case, a sports commission, all right, is still alive, me. And the Oakland Sports Group did not reach out to Ray Bobbitt. How do I know? Because I asked Ray. I asked him. This has got to stop, folks. Okay, we got to draw together. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. All right. So yeah, there's the logo for the Oakland Sports Group. Heading down the wrong path. I said it's got to stop. That ends this broadcast. Subscribe to Zennie62 on YouTube and bookmark OaklandNewsOnline.com and ZennieReport.com. Thank you.